I was a cowboy when I didn't even have a horse. Dad dairy farmed and we could not have a horse around because Dad didn't want him chasing the cows. So I was a cowboy without the horses, and of course being a boy and working around cows, that made me a cowboy.
Except for the time that you rode the cow and broke your arm.
Well, yeah, then when I would ride the milk cows, and the one old girl I picked on one day, she didn't like me, and about 3 jumps she dumped me and I broke my arm. And but that was good because then I got lots of attention with a broken, cast on my arm, because I liked attention. But I was 22 before I got my first horse. Way back in the 60s, I worked on ranches down in that big muddy country down in the south end of the province. And shucks, in no time, and I was only 22, 23 then, I guess. And in no darn time, there was a dozen, 15 kids coming down there wanting to gymkhana and all that just because I got yakking about it. And I've always been a nut for horses, and being a kid at heart, and still there, and knowing that kids loved horses, well, when the neighbor lady got a 4-H club going, well then I got Noreen's 2 daughters, like the neighbor lady was good at lessons, so I got the kids over there, then she got the 4-H club going, and then we got going with it and helping, and then I started up a 4-H club independent of that one, and we wound up with 57 kids in the club because I was such a nut for getting them kids lessons every week so they'd learn to get better with horses. It was an obsession with me to achieve excellence with a horse, so I've always figured if people are going to enjoy horses, they got to know what to do around them. Well, we got the acreage in '83, and I guess Wyatt Earp's been a big hero of mine for some reason, because I like maintaining the law. So that's how the OKCorral theme got going. I have the ideas, and I don't know really how to get them all carried out, but she can get it all figured to what to do. And that's what makes it such a successful outfit.
And it takes a lot of volunteers. I mean, we wouldn't have this place if we didn't have so much volunteer help building the sound booth and the concession and the overhang where the horses and riders sit when it was hot like it was on Saturday.
And she's got 2 daughters that are pretty dad-burn smart too. They kind of follow her. And then my 2 daughters, they're getting in on the action, and then their kids. And
it's become more of a family affair now than we don't rely so much on volunteers. Ray gets the grounds ready beforehand. I get all the food, and if there's any bookkeeping to be done, I do all the books beforehand. And
if there's any money made, she usually hangs on to that and spends it.
Michelle on deck. A lot of our money, though, goes to Tell a Miracle. We do, like Saturday, when we hit the gymkhana and the dine and dance, I think we should have a $9,000 day.
The best ever was 8,000, and this is spectacular. This is more.
And I mean, we had 39 riders out for the gymkhana, and I mean, that's just awesome. Right from Weepies, the youngest one was probably 2.5 that was on a horse for a little while, and the oldest one was at 69.
That's what my birth certificate says, but I know Dad Burn well it made a mistake, because there ain't no cotton picking way I'm that old. The fun part of the events that we do line up for our gymkhanas is that we like to have speed events, and then we like to have fun events. The one lady told Noreen that she didn't, how did she say that?
She forgot how to have fun, and this reinforced her need to get out and have fun more often.
They'll ride to the far end, they'll scoop water out of the buckets on top of those barrels, they'll bring it back here to where the assistants are holding bottles, and they have to keep doing that as many times as is required to bring enough water back to fill that bottle that their helper is holding up to the designated line. You'll notice the excellence being shown on this side of the arena by Eileen McGill. The McGill family crest has a motto on it. It says, "I'd rather spill blood than spill alcohol." If you've ever seen Eileen McGill riding with a bottle of beer in her hand, you'll understand how nary a drop will be dropped throughout this entire event by Eileen. Eileen was quick at this. She's all done. She's got water up to and including the marked line. 1:13.75. I won't give you a bad reputation, Eileen. You will earn a bad reputation.
Year-end champion, go home, May! Woo! Yes, sir! What do you do when you're the 2009 champion? You come and make a statement, 7.92! I would think that's the arena record. That might be the Wrangler Division record, I'm assuming, in Saskatchewan. That's for sure. Good.
Well, we've done the high school rodeos.
We've had 2 a year for 6 years now. This is our 7th year. We have had the high school rodeo finals for the province of Saskatchewan for 3. This is our 3rd year.
It's just a really good place. We've had numerous weddings, teenage birthday parties, adult birthday parties. We've had family reunions here, which goes over really well because of the pavilion that we have out back there, and then all the camping ground and all the stuff that we can do, from horseshoes to playing plastic bat and ball in the arena with the sand, and the families love it. There's lots of little kids, so with our little kids playground there, I mean, there's just so much that we can do here. And when you have older people like that, they want the shade, so they go into the pavilion and they sit and they visit or play cards, and it's just a really good place.
Future's looking dad-burn good, in the sense that so many people just love coming here and enjoying the facilities. People say we do a whole lot of work around here, and I just smile and say, oh shucks, it ain't work when you're enjoying doing what you're doing. I learned that a long time ago, that if you're doing what you like, you won't never work another day in your life. And I haven't done any work for the last 40 years. The only next thing I'd like is $100,000, so that then life could go easier, you know.
I just wish my dad could see it. Dad chariot chuck wagon with 48-inch ponies, the small ones, not the big ones that they have now. And he was just crazy about horses, and we did have horses at home, but most of them were work horses and we weren't really allowed to ride them. The odd time that we did get up there, well, that was another story. But anyways, I just wish he could see what we're doing, because I know he'd be just overcome with happiness.
I love saying, go for your dreams, because boy, they can come true, and this is a perfect example of it. I mean, I've always been a daydreamer and yeah, boy, oh boy, they do come true.
So like I said, you can get your ribbons after the gymkhana.
a gentleman you are, Jason Hanley. At least you were knocked out gracefully. Tammy got bumped by Jason